So hey guys, today we are going to look at a question named cipher. So in the question it says that user had an input, let's say B as it is given, and it shifted each bit of the input to the right k times. So the resultant it got is this. So what it says that in shift 0 no bit is shifted, in shift 1 each bit is shifted to the right, in shift 2 each bit is shifted to the right again, and so in shift 3. So now what it did in all the columns, as you can see, this is first column, it XOR all the digits and finally got this digit here. Similarly in the second column it went to all the digits, XOR them and got this, and so in this way it got this digit. So in the question what we have to do, we are given this digit, this number of digits, and we have to convert it back to the normal into this. So now let's go to the solution and see how we can solve it. This string and we have to go from this to this. So now how did we get this? So we must have got this by XORing 1 XOR 0 XOR 0 XOR 0. We'll be using 4 basic properties of XOR, like 0 XOR 1 is equal to 1, 1 XOR 0 is equal to 1, 0 XOR 0 is equal to 0, and 1 XOR 1 is equal to 0. So using these properties we can say that 1 XOR 0 would be 1, then 1 XOR 0 would be 1, and 1 XOR 0 would be 1. So that's how this one came. So now you might have got that if we XOR these zeros and 1, so I would get my first digit of output. So now using this thing I can claim that the first element of my input would be the first element of my output. So now in this way I got my first element of my output. Now I store it here. Okay, now for the second. So now you should notice that this 1 is shifted here, this 0 is shifted here, and this 0 is shifted here, and this 0 is gone. So, and one thing also you should notice that absence or presence of 0 does not have an impact over the XOR of this pattern, because as I show you, 0 XOR 1 remains 1, 1 XOR 0 remains 1, and 0 XOR 0 remains 0. So in this way what I can say is that 0 XOR with XOR of this pattern gave me this 1. So in this way what I can do is, if I XOR this 1 with the result of XOR of this pattern, which is this, so I would get 0. So in this way 1 XOR 1, I am getting 0, which is here. So this is right. Similarly now this 0 is coming here, this 1 is going here, this 0 is here. So again 0 is gone, and it would not have that much effect on this output. So I can take this digit and XOR it with this to get this. So similarly 1 XOR 1, I am getting this 0, I am just storing it here. Okay, and now for the kth digit, means fourth digit also, this pattern goes on. 0 is here, 1 is here, this 0 is here. So again I can XOR this digit with this to get this digit. So 0 XOR 1, which is equal to 1, and I am storing it here. So now this pattern will continue until k times. So you will get output array of k digits with this pattern. Now one thing you should notice, now this 1 is gone, now this 0 is coming here, this 0 is coming here, and this 1 is coming here, and these three are our recent k minus 1 digits stored in our output. As you can see, 0 is here, 0 is here, 1 is here. So what you should notice is, the after storing k digits in our output, you should notice that after that only XORing with the recent k minus 1 digits is stored in our output array, and XORing it with the digit I have got as an input would give me my another digit of my output array. So that's why what I did, 0 XOR 0 XOR 1 XOR 1, which is here. So that gave me another digit and I store it here. Now for this digit I will have to again look for recent k minus 1 digits in my output array, which is now this. So now 0 XOR 1 XOR 0, and XORing with this would get me this, which is 1, and again I am storing it here. Now again following the same trend, I am going to XOR these three digits, and XORing it with this would give me my final digit. So I'm gonna run it until my size reaches length of input minus k plus 1, because the size of input would be length of input, and I am shifting all the bits k times minus k plus 1, because at the time of shift 0 we are shifting no bit. That's why I've added this plus 1. So this is the solution. So guys, now look at the code. In this code we have been given k and string s, which is our input. So I declare a dynamic array. Now as I told you that first element of our output array would be equal to first element of our input. So after that I am running a for loop k minus 1 times. So until this code we are having output with k digits. Now to find the rest of all, we would compute this much of code. So in this for loop, in this particular for loop, what I am doing is I am just getting the XOR of recent k minus 1 digits stored in our output array, and then I am XORing it with the corresponding element stored in input array, and then storing it into our output array as I have told you. Now I am incrementing p every time, because we need to have XOR of recent k minus 1 digits. So first it would go from 1 to 3, then it would go from 2 to 4, and so on. After that I am just converting this vector array into a string, because I have to return a string, as the prototype of function is a string. And you can find this code in the link given in description below. So guys, if you like this video, do hit the like button and subscribe my channel for more coding videos. Thank you.